Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Our practice today is going to be mostly around back bends. So really this time of the year that seems to be a bit crazy at the moment. Just bringing some energy, some warmth to our practice and also focusing. So back bends are really fantastic for the spine, the vertebrae, spinal discs, keeping them nice and healthy, and also with the digestive system. So really working on that, and also just promotes and encourages deep diaphragmatic breathing. And if you're into the more spiritual side of yoga, it works the three mid chakras, so our energy body, of which there is 7 main points in our body. So working on back bends, heart openers, it's all about the manipura chakra, our solar plexus, anahata, our heart, and vishuddha, our throat. So it's all about building that self-confidence, self-love, communication with love in a positive way, creativity. So all those wonderful things, just bringing that all back to balance and giving ourselves some love and acceptance. So let us begin our practice today, as always, in a nice, comfortable seated position. It does not have to be cross-legged, whatever works for you. So just having a nice long spine, let the shoulders relax, let the hands, the arms relax. And we'll close our eyes, or soft eyes if you prefer, but really just starting to bring that awareness, our awareness to the present moment, to our body, to our breath, as we settle in and begin our practice. So just take a few moments to settle in and keeping the focus on the breath and on the body. Just starting to slow down the breath, if you haven't already, starting to take those longer, fuller breaths. So we're not just breathing from our chest, we're trying to draw the breath from the belly or as close to the belly, all the way up to the chest. So nice, long, full breaths. And then as you exhale, just letting go of the day, letting go of tension, letting go of thoughts. For a few more rounds, nice long breath in, and a nice long breath out. And then as you continue with that long breath, just noticing your body and if you're holding onto tension. Just starting to notice your face. Does it feel nice and relaxed? You're not holding any tension through the forehead, through the jaw, letting it be soft. The shoulders are relaxed. The spine is long. And you're not holding through tension through the trunk of the body, especially that belly as you draw in those long breaths in, just keeping the belly nice and relaxed. So no tensing through that mid body. Letting the pelvis relax, the glutes and the legs. Again, just letting go. If you feel you're tensing up, just let it soften and relax. And sometimes we just, without even noticing, we just tense parts of the body. The arms are relaxed, the hands are relaxed. As we take a couple more rounds of breath, nice and long. As each new breath, just making it, if you can draw it a little bit longer, letting out a little bit more stress and tension. And just staying connected, letting the mind just be relaxed as it stays connected with the body and breath. And then we'll bring our hands together in front of our heart as we get ready to begin our practice. Take a little brisk rub with those palms, starting to feel that energy, that heat between the palms, and then placing those palms, hands over our eyes as we open our eyes back to the light, and then taking our hands away with our greeting. I'll bow to you, namaste, and thank you for being here, as always, taking this time for yourselves. We're going to uncross and recross our legs if you have them crossed. staying up nice and tall, and we'll just start off with a bit of warming up with the spine. So hands to the knees and seated cat-cow as we draw the shoulders down the back, start opening the chest forward, really stretching that navel forward, a little arch in the spine, and then as we exhale, round up the shoulders, chin to the chest. Inhaling again, gazing up to the ceiling, and try not to collapse into your neck. Keep the shoulders drawn down, length through the back of the neck. Exhale, round up the spine, chin to the chest. One more time, nice big breath in. And a nice big exhale. And then come back to center, big circles with the top of the body. So to the right, lengthening forward, keep those sit bones down, to the left, and then all the way back. For 2 more circles. Last time. Drawing it back, and then taking it in the opposite direction. So from the left, lengthening forward as we exhale, inhale and exhale. Last time. Good. Coming back to center, bringing those hands onto our shoulders, and just start twisting from side to side. So you're getting that energy rising up, warming through that spine, going as fast or as slow, and this particularly with back bends, just working to any limitations that you have, any concerns, just taking your time. And we're just going to hold the twist over to our right, so taking left hand forward, right hand back as we hold in a twist. And then we release back to center. Take the left hand to the side of the body, right hand reaches up, and take a side stretch over. Good. Come back to center, hands to the shoulders, and we go again from side to side. That energy building up. And then this time we'll hold the twist over to our left, right hand forward, left hand back. Stay nice and tall through the spine as you hold the twist. And then release back to center for that side stretch, right hand down, left one up and over. Good, coming back to center. Let's come up onto our hands and knees, a few rounds of Virabhadrasana. Our tiger pose as we bring wrists on the shoulders and knees hip distance apart. Right cat-cow, pressing down through the fingers. Draw the shoulders down the back, gazing up towards the ceiling. And take the right leg and curl it up. And then as we exhale, bring the knee towards the forehead. Squeeze out the breath 2 more times. Nice big breath in, nice big inhale. Again, try not to collapse into the neck as we draw the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, knee to the forehead, final time. And a nice big exhale. And then knee comes back to the mat as we get ready to switch sides. Draw those shoulders down the back, gazing up, lifting up that leg. Exhale, rounding up 2 more times. Final time. Nice big breath in. And a nice squeezing out the breath. And then come back to center. Knee comes down and we get ready to come to down dog. Press through those fingers and palms. Tuck the toes under. Keeping the knees soft as we lengthen through that spine. Maybe shaking out the neck here if you're feeling any stiffness, nodding. For yes, shaking for no. And then starting to release the hamstrings. So maybe just letting the left heel down towards the mat as you keep the right knee bent. And then switching sides, release the right heel to the mat, left knee bends. And then we'll continue just for a few more rounds. Keep pressing through those hands, flattening out the back. One more time. Good, back to center, release both heels. Right heel goes up towards the ceiling, left heel down, step that right foot between the hands. Left hand, bring the left knee down, left hand next to the right foot for a twist as we take the right hand up. And then release, bring the hand down, step back for 1 more time, down dog. And the left heel goes up this time. Nice big stretch through the right leg as we bring the left foot through between the hands. Right knee comes down, right palm is down, left hand up as we twist. And then release, hand comes down. Let's come through into a forward bend. Pressing through those feet, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Gazing ahead, draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then start rising up. Use those arms, bring that energy all the way back to the heart. As we go for a full salutation into Untitled, energizing to the outer edges of our feet, opening up the chest, palms facing forward, reaching back, little back bend as we circle the arms through into a forward bend. And take that right leg back, the knees on the mat, lift up the chest, coming into crescent moon, bring the arms up, gazing at those fingers. And then we're going to take the right hand and place that right palm on the back of that right leg. Left palm gazes down as we gaze up. Almost like we're doing reverse warrior arms. A gentle back bend. And then release. Hands come to the mat. Step back, down, dog. We'll shift forward into a high plank for 8-point pose. Bring the knees down. Keep those elbows close as we touch down with chest and chin for a back bend. That's too much, slide straight down. Then your legs slide back as we lift the chest, baby cobra. Or maybe full of cobra if you feel up to it. Tuck the toes under back to down dog. Step that right foot through between the hands. Left knee down, gazing ahead, bringing the arms up. And this time left palm to the back of the left leg. Right palm gazes down and over as we gaze up. And then release into a forward bend. And start pressing down through those feet and rising up through the spine. Hands come back to the heart. And let's continue with the left side, reaching back. Lengthening to a forward bend. Take that left leg back, knees on the mat. Lifting up the arms. And this time the right palm goes across to the left leg, back of the left leg. Left palm gazes down. So we've got a little bit of a twist going on through the top part of the body as we gazing up into a little back bend. And then release. Hands come down, step back, down dog. 8-point pose. Shift that weight forward, knees come down, touch down with your chest and chin. Slide your legs back as we lift into a baby full cobra. Glutes and shoulders relaxed, tuck the toes under, down dog. Step that left foot, nice big step through, or a couple of steps. Right knee comes down, arms come up. And then this time take the left palm to the back of the right leg, right palm gazing over as we gaze up. And then release into a forward bend. Pressing through those feet, start rising up through that spine, bring those hands back to the heart. And just standing here in Tandasana as we get ready to come into chair with our feet hip distance apart. Let's press down through the feet, bend the knees and start sinking that weight back into the heels. You may want to lift the toes up as we lift up through our pelvic floor, draw those shoulders back. And just gazing up at those fingers, putting the toes back down as we hold here. And then we're going to take a twist to straighten your right leg. Lean on your left and take your right arm up. And so straightening your left leg, leaning on your right leg. Yeah, and taking the left arm up. And you can choose to take the right arm down. I'm gazing up at the fingers, forward or down. Take a few breaths. Next breath back to center into chair as we get ready to switch sides. Draw the shoulders back, sink back into those heels. And this time straighten the right leg, lean on the left leg, take the right arm up, and you can always take the left arm down. Feels okay? Or just continue leaning on that leg for support. And then release, come back to center. Draw those shoulders down the back. Open up the chest into those fingers as we go to palm tree, straighten up the legs and take those palms up towards the ceiling. And pressing through your feet, all four corners, toes, outer, inner edge, heel. with spine and neutral for a side stretch over to the right, stretching the left side of the body. Staying nice and long through that left side, chest stays open. And then we're back to center. Keep pressing through the feet as we go over to the other side on that exhale. Good, back to center, release. Coming into a halfway into a right-handed pose. So hinging forward from the hips, flattening the back, lengthening the spine. Maybe letting that tailbone lengthen back. Soften the knees so we're not locking them, reaching those arms forward, turn the palms to each other, keep lengthening through the spine, gazing ahead. Next breath, come all the way down, soften the knees, folding into forward bend, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine, gazing ahead one more time. Shoulders draw down your back, draw that navel in as you take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, get the top of the legs, chest nice and close together as we fold right in. Maybe take the hands and place them behind the legs. As we close in, shift the weight forward if you're sinking into your heels. It's giving a bit of space through the back of the body. And then bending your knees so much you can get palms on the mat, step back down dog. And then come down onto our knees. We're going to start off sitting back towards our heels in a really small, in a really different version of camel, baby camel. So taking the hands all the way back. So we'll just start off here, warming up the spine. Press down into your hands and draw the shoulders back. So the camel with back bends, it's all about leading from the chest, really drawing the shoulders back, elbows back. So we're opening up the top of the body and lengthening through the base of the spine. So we're not collapsing inwards. Really keeping those vertebrae nice and healthy. So pressing through those hands. Put the shoulders back, open up the chest, and maybe this is enough for you. Or maybe you can stop pushing the pelvis forward and up. And go into a fuller back bend. Again, try not to tense the neck, let the neck be wherever it feels comfortable. Really opening up that throat chakra, center of creativity, and then bringing ourselves back down, so bones to the heels. Coming up and just draw the chin towards the chest, round up the spine. We'll do that a couple more times. So take the palms back again, press through those palms, draw the shoulders back, inhaling, lifting up the pelvis, open up the chest. Really working on that manipura chakra, heart chakra, bringing all that energy to the front of the body, and then release. Coming back down to our heels and straightening back up as we draw the chin to the chest, round up the spine. One round of couple of rounds of cat-cow as we bring our wrists underneath shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Inhaling, draw the shoulders down, the back gazing up. Exhale, rounding up, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. 2 more times, inhaling. Exhaling. Try not to collapse into the neck as we open up the chest, gazing up. Exhale, rounding up. And then we're back to neutral spine, and we're going to come into our baby camel as we come up onto our knees. And again, the same as we did before, bringing hands to either side of your sacrum. Draw the shoulders back and the elbows back. If you want to go to the previous version and continue with that, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, here we want to keep the hips and the knees in a line, keeping that length through the base of the spine. So draw those shoulders back, leading with the heart, as we always should try and do with love. And keep pressing the hips forward as we start leaning back. Use those hands to help you. You've got full camel. You can go straight into the full camel, maybe with the toes tucked under. And again, try and keep the neck as relaxed as possible. Keep that length as we keep drawing the shoulders back. For one more breath. Next breath coming up and sitting back down towards the heels. Again, bring the chin to the chest and just round up the base of the spine, releasing any tension. And then come back to center. We'll take a side stretch, left hand to the side, right hand up and over. Good. Come back to center, right hand down, or whatever you went, left hand up and over. Good. Come back to center. We'll go one more round. Again, whichever version. You can start with the babyest version, the version we did just now. You can come into our full camel as we'll start off with the toes tucked under. Unless you have it already in your practice, you can have your toes down. And again, same principle, pressing hips forward so they stay over knees. Draw shoulders back, elbows back, leading with the chest, keeping that length so we're not collapsing back. Stay nice and tall. We'll take one arm at a time as we stretch back, press forward. Other side, pressing back, press forward. Keeping length through the base of the spine. Lifted through the chest. Try not to tense your glutes so much. Get that spine pressing the hips forward. Keep the neck relaxed. One more breath. And then coming up with an inhale, one arm at a time. Sit back down, chin to the chest, round up the spine. And then coming into our rabbit pose. So in child's pose, bring the hands to either side of your knees. Curling right up. At the top of your head. Point down towards the mat. Into a little ball. Take a few big breaths through the back of the body. Just stretching out that spine. And then release. Start coming back up to seated. And then coming to sit down on the floor. So coming down, stretching the legs in front. And here you may need a belt for this next pose if you want to, or just try and give it a go as is. So you can always sit on a cushion or on a block to give you a bit more height. We're going to take our left leg and bring it in towards us, as close to us as we can, to the side of the chest. So you want to bring the foot so it's at least a palm away from your leg, or maybe even more, depending on how wide you are in your chest. We are all different. And we want to get that knee as close to that underarm so it's not falling out. So knee staying stable with ankle. And we're nice and tall again. Flex that right foot so it doesn't start flopping out. So we're going to take ourselves, bring that left arm to the inside. So now the knee is nice and close to the outer underarm. We're reaching forward. So keep that length. No matter where you are here, you may be up here. And we're just lengthening through the spine. You want to get a nice, and lengthening through the arms, draw the shoulders back. And then we start turning the palms outwards and bringing them behind us. So a couple of options. You may be able to take the hands and they land right behind you. And you can interlace fingers and we keep lengthening through the spine. Draw that navel in to make space. Or maybe you're just here and you want to just hold onto that leg so it's not dropping out. And the other hand is just behind you. And you're still getting that length as we actively reach the spine forward. So it doesn't matter where you are. You can just carry on with the same length through the spine, whether you're down low or up high. Drawing the navel in, keep pressing down through that left foot. Next breath, release, bringing the arms forward and then relaxing to the side. Take that left leg, cross it over. We'll come into a little twist. So ankle lined up with knee. We're nice and tall through the spine. Getting that left knee so it's nice and straight. Arms are out to the side, opposite arm, right arm. We bring the knee towards the right underarm, left arm. Placing it as close to you as you can so you can press down through the hand. Spine is long, and as you exhale, twist. Try and keep the hips square as we take the twist to the spine. And then release as we come back to center. Maybe take a little counter twist to the other side just to release the tension. Come back, switching sides. Left leg down, the right leg. Again, find the place with that space between. Bring the right shoulder to the inside. And again, get that heel nice and close to you. Nice and tall through your sit bones. Make that space. flexing that foot unless it's uncomfortable for your hamstrings, and you can bend the knees. Get that length, press down through the right foot, draw that knee in towards your underarm. So really active through the legs. And then we turn those palms outwards, and either just grabbing the right leg and letting the left hand rest behind you, or maybe you can link your fingers and go into the full pose. Keep drawing that right knee in towards you. Keep lengthening through the spine, draw the shoulders down your back. Nice full breaths as we draw that navel in for a bit more space. Again, leading with the heart. And then release. Release those arms forward, relax, and take that right leg across for that twist. Nice and tall, nice and straight knee, arms to the sides, and switching sides. Left arm grabs that right knee, right arm comes to land behind your back. If you do have your arm further back, really press into the fingers so you're straightening the spine, you're not leaning back. So we stay nice and tall. You can always place a block or some height behind you if you need that extra support. Just for a couple of breaths. And then release. Coming back to center, maybe take a little counter twist. Good. Release the leg, straightening out. And we'll come into an upside down plank. So again, take the hands behind us, fingertips facing towards you, side or back, whatever feels comfortable for your wrists. You can go with both legs straight, or you can use one leg to help you, and then we'll go the other. So 2 rounds. Draw the shoulders back, again opening up the chest, and maybe this is enough for you. Or you bend the left leg for support, lift up the pelvis, stop straightening that spine. So really get those right toes to reach down to the mat. That motion with the leg just helps you then lift the spine up. Press down through the supporting leg, or maybe you have both legs up. And again, reach those toes, relax the neck, press down through the hands, draw those shoulders back. And then release, bring the hips back down. Flip those wrists over for a moment, release them. We'll do one more round. So we can use the opposite leg for support, take the hands back. This time bend the bend the right leg. Press down through the right leg, draw those shoulders back, open up the chest, keep that length through the base of the spine, lift up the pelvis, and then lengthen through the front of the leg as we aim those toes down to the mat. And keep lifting, straightening the spine, pressing through those hands. Try not to collapse too much into your wrists, press through the fingers. And then release. Bring the hips back down. Flip those wrists over one more time. Relax. And maybe just shake them out. Give them a little rub if your wrists are feeling a bit uncomfortable. And we're going to come and lie on our bellies. So again, a belt, you may be wanting to use a belt to help you, or a strap as we come and lie down. And we're going to get ready for bow pose. A nice little back bend again. Quite a strong back bend, so just be mindful. If it is too much for you, you can rather just come into Sphinx with elbows underneath our shoulders and just stay here as we go through the poses, or you can bring the legs towards you and just get that length as you actively bring the legs towards you, so you're getting a bit of a stretch through the front of the legs. So you can come all the way down. We'll do a couple of rounds just to warm up the spine. And again, if you've got a strap or a belt, just placing it on your instep and then holding onto it. If you can't quite grab your feet, you can grab your heels or your leggings if you're wearing leggings. And we're going to keep holding on. Let's draw the shoulders back again. Lead with that chest. And all we're going to do is start to lift up the top part of the body, the chest. So pressing those feet into your hands. So it's helping you bring the chest up. Keep the knees pressing down. And all we're doing is lifting the chest, drawing the shoulders down and away from your neck. Keeping space, no tension in the neck. Keep drawing the legs down as you keep the feet into your hands. Pressing pelvis down and then release. Make a pillow with the hands for a moment, even if you've been in space. Take a moment to release your back. And then we'll go for another round, so come back to center. Again, grabbing the feet. And this time, we'll see if we can lift the legs up. So chin or forehead stays on mat, chest stays down. And this time, use the hands to start lifting the legs. So try not to let the knees open up. Press the hands into the foot into hand, and actively use those arms to draw the legs up. Take a few breaths, pressing top part, the ribs down into the mat, top part of the body. Keep lifting the legs, engaging those inner thighs, keeping the knees stable, and then release. Make a pillow with your hands again, rock out the back. Last round, we're going to come into the full pose if you feel up to it. So let's take the hands, or you can sit this one out or continue in space, or choose one of the other options. Again, draw the shoulders back. We're going to press hand into foot into hand, lift up the top of the body, lift up the legs. Nice big breaths. Nice full diaphragmatic breathing as we pressing the pelvis into the floor, and then lifting using the breath, draw the shoulders back, and then release. The legs come down, make a pillow with your hands, and relax. Feel all that energy rising through the body. And then we're going to go to child's pose, so coming back to center, nice big stretch back, knees apart or together, lengthen through that spine, arms wherever you feel comfortable, and just relax. Take a few breaths through the back of your body, releasing any tension in the spine. Nice and relaxed, just building up with strength, stimulating the vertebrae, those spinal discs. Loads of energy. And then let's start rising up through our spine with our next breath as we come into our bridge pose. So coming to lie on our backs with our knees bent as we get those heels nice and close to us. Again, get the hands as close to your heels as feels comfortable, and you kind of try to press those shoulder blades down onto the floor. Press through the hands, press through the feet. Again, engage those inner thighs so the knees are not going to drop off. Draw the chin slightly in, just so the back of your head is in a good position to help you stay supported so you're not sinking into your neck. As we take our next breath, press through the feet and start lifting the pelvis up. Maybe shift the shoulders slightly more in towards each other, making sure those knees aren't falling. Nice and stable through the knees, through the ankles. You can always interlace fingers if you want to take it a little bit further. Keeping the glutes as relaxed as you can. They will tense to help. You don't need to add that extra squeeze. Just using the spine, those muscles in the back. Keeping them strong and healthy. And then release. Coming all the way back down. Bring the knees up towards the chest, a little rock from side to side. Now you can either do that one more time, or when we haven't really done before, we can come into wheel. So if we're going to come into wheel, which again is quite a strong back bend, all the same principles, leading with the chest, shoulders go back. Bring the hands, the palms to come around next to your ears. And again, when we come up, if you're more of a beginner, you can have your feet turned up slightly to press you up. Otherwise, try and keep the ankles, knees nice and stable. Haven't done wheel in a while, so we'll have a look at how this goes. So press through the feet, press through the hands, and we'll see if we can hold it for a few breaths. As you take an inhale, start lifting the pelvis, and then leading with the chest, draw those shoulders back, and just see if you can come into a wheel pose. Again, pressing through those fingers, stay lifted through the spine, no tension in the neck.
Take a few breaths. If you're in our bridge pose, just keep lifting up through the pelvis. Make sure you're not collapsing into your neck. And then we're going to release. So take your time. Bring yourselves down. Minding your neck as you come all the way down. Ooh, wonderful. Feel that energy. Knees to the chest. A little rock from side to side. To be able to feel that energy flowing through the body. Give the back a little rock. Come back to center. Bring the feet down. And now we'll do a few little back stretches as we start winding down the practice. We're going to bring the right knee towards the right chest, towards your chest. And then we're going to hold the back of the leg, flex that right foot. Start taking the foot up towards the ceiling. But you do want to keep the front of the leg and the chest nice and close together. So you're getting a nice deep stretch into that lower back. So we don't want to be here with a straight leg. Rather have a slightly bent knee and bring it that little bit closer. Opposite leg, you can straighten it down onto the floor. Again, flexing or extending the foot. See how your back feels. If it needs a support, bend that leg. Take a few long breaths. You can, whilst you're holding, see if you can slowly start straightening it, but still keeping it close to you. So we're not straightening to move away. We're just straightening to lengthen a bit more through those glutes. And then release, bend that leg. We're going to take it into a twist. So foot lands on top of the left leg. Left hand takes the knees across as we twist the bottom part of the body. And then shift your shoulders. So you're going more towards your right as you let your right arm relax to the side. And looking either up or to the right side. Really try and relax that right shoulder back down. For a few breaths. And then release, come back to center, top of the body, bottom part of the body. Straighten the leg for a moment. Straighten off the spine and then bend the knees one more time. Last time, tilt that pelvis slightly up. Bring the left knee towards the chest. Flex the left foot, take it up towards the ceiling. Again, keep that front of the leg, the thigh close to the ribs. Settle in here. Maybe straighten the opposite leg if that feels good for your back. Flexing or extending the foot, depending on how much tension you want to put through your body, how much energy you want to get going. The more you flex your foot, the more it becomes more dynamic, the more you relax it as you straighten the foot or extend it, and of course the less dynamic. I'm sure as you play around with that, you can notice the level of energy. Resisting or just going with the flow. And then release, bring that left leg down. Again, place the left foot on that right thigh. Take the left knee with the right hand as we take it across. And then shift your shoulders to the left as we straighten the left arm for a nice little supine spinal twist as we start bringing our practice to a close. Take a few long breaths. It's a nice little stimulating practice for you. If you're feeling a bit down, a bit depressed, just taking a moment just to get that energy, those energy levels up. Just get that feel good up to going on. And then come back to center, release the bottom part of your body, top part of the body, straighten the legs for a moment, and then we'll bring them up to the chest for one last little rock from side to side. Give that spine a little massage. In fact, maybe even come into happy baby as we come back to center, flex the feet. See if you can grab the outside of the feet as you draw those knees out towards the underarms, or maybe just grabbing the back of the legs. Just to take a full rock from side to side, so you're massaging the full length of your spine. Either side as we go side to side. Keep drawing the knees in. Come back to center. And then release the legs. Let's get ready to just have a short little Shavasana. So just straighten out the legs. Just taking in everything you've done today. So straighten out those legs. Make some space as you just let the feet drop out to the side and take the arms. Let them flop out to the sides with the palms facing up. Bring their chin slightly in towards the chest. If you want to take a longer Shavasana, do just settle on some music and just take as long as you need to. As we start connecting back to our internal body, starting to let go of thoughts, letting go of any last lingering tension. Just notice your body as you're lying there, just feeling it getting heavier. As you totally relax one more time. Noticing the breath. Nice full yogic breaths. Letting the thoughts go from your head. And just stay connected to the breath, to the body. Legs, feet are just totally relaxed. Pelvis just gently relaxes. Trunk of the body is relaxed. Letting go as you exhale, just feel yourself completely letting go. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are heavy and relaxed. Let the fingers just gently relax. Face is relaxed. That gentle space between your teeth relaxes your jaw. The forehead relaxes. The eyes are heavy in their sockets as they totally relax. Just continue to relax. Completely letting go. Just accepting yourself, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Just trust that you are where you're meant to be. And I will leave you here in Shavasana and end our practice with love for ourselves, for our friends, for everyone we touch. I thank you for joining me. Namaste.